We're here with Andrea and Lena, who are banging the drum for the Writers Guild of Great Britain today, and going to share their thoughts with us on why a writer should be a member of the Guild. Please.
I think young writers should join the Guild in particular if they're uneducated, but also even if they are, because it's a place where you can go, you can get contract advice from fellow writers, some with a lot more experience than they have perhaps, and become part of a community. And it is a union, and although not as strong as the Writers Guild of America, it's still a union where you can get contract advice, you can get advice if you get into a credit dispute, and advice about your career as well.
And there's also networking opportunities, because the Guild holds events where we ask, where we'll get producers, directors, agents along, and it's like a kind of speed dating thing, which is the same as the kind of thing you've been doing here this week. And so we do that quite regularly. We have a newsletter that goes out once a week, which gives really good advice for writers on maybe competitions that are around, things they can apply for, other kind of schemes that are being set up, things that might help writers get started or writers that are further on. So it's offering a huge range of advice and advice for...
It's a support network as well, I think. But I think particularly in terms of getting contract advice for new writers, it's an invaluable place to go.
And can you talk about this lovely document, please?
So this lovely document, writing film, the guidelines that we've launched here. We are members of the Writers Guild Film Committee, and we've been working on this document, spearheaded by Olivia Hetry for the past 4 years. 4 years. And it's a document that is an aid to new writers in particular.
Yeah, working in basically what it is kind of like what we wanted to do. We're working screenwriters, and we wanted to make sure that we would produce a kind of document that would have been invaluable to us when we were first starting out. And it's a good practice guide as much as a document about contracts and about what you should expect, because what it's basically saying is, the writer, you have rights as a screenwriter in this country, and there are certain minimum things that you should expect from your contracts and minimum things that you should be asking for. But you also have responsibilities as a professional working in a business. So we're trying to encourage writers, screenwriters, to think of themselves as being members of an industry and having an overview, if you like, so that they can protect themselves as much as kind of participate in a meaningful way.
So the beyond, it's not just, as a new writer, it's not just about learning how to write good scripts and know about structure and dialogue and all of those things. It's also about knowing about the business side of it and how to conduct yourself as a professional writer,
in the industry,
professional business person, and to think of yourself as somebody who has a property that is valuable.
And people can download this from the website?
It's accessible in the public part of the website, so you don't have to be a Writers Guild member to have access to it. It's there for everybody to use. And I think the other thing that we were hoping to kind of say with the document was that you are, producers are not your enemy, directors are not your enemy. We are working in a collaborative medium, and we are all working for the benefit of the work and for the film that we want to produce. So the way you set up your relationships and the way you conduct your relationships are hugely important in the way that you in the process. So this kind of guide, it outlines what we feel a producer-director-writer relationship ideally could be and should be. So it's about practice and best practice, and the way that you as a writer, what you can bring to make those relationships meaningful and collaborative and good, really.
Thank you very much, Andrea. Lena.